All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take a look at the finished ground surface. Now, to get a good cut fill, you wanna have good data, right? So just using contours alone may give you enough data, but if we take a look at this, we're not, including the finished floor here. There's some high points. Here's some other, contours that we didn't add in. There's a bunch of spot shots here. So if we really want to fine tune and clean up this finished ground surface a little bit, we need to add in that data. But also we want to look at what's called the triangulation, and that's the surface. So over in View Filter Manager, when I did the build surfaces from Takeoff, what it did was it created two surfaces, an original ground surface and a finished design surface. If we look at our Project Explorer under surfaces, you'll see we got both of those. Now when I select Finished Design, and you go to the view 3D view, you can see that it highlights the triangles. And by having that selected, whether you select it here or you select the surface and go to properties, when I go to properties here, you can see there's all kinds of properties about the surface. So a couple things that I want to point out is that there is a rebuild method, which is by user. So any changes I make to the data, I have to force a rebuild. You can set that to automatic, but I would keep it as by user. In this case, depends on how big your surface is, and then you force the rebuild. There's also some other settings like maximum length edge and maximum edge triangle. So we'll use those in some of the cleanup here. But if you notice under plan view, I don't see the triangles. Now, to edit the triangles, you have to come down here under Show in Plan View or Show in 3D View. So you can show the components of the surface. So if I want to show the wireframe, which are the triangles, and I click on Yes here, you can see now I can view the triangles in the Plan View. I can also display the shading by surface color or by elevation or by material. So by elevation, it shows me some highs and lows, right? But I'm going to say no to that, and I'm going to leave the triangles on. So this shows me the triangles, and a couple things that I notice out of this is that in this arcs, wherever these arcs are, there's a lot of little triangulation. Now this, it's okay, but it's probably not the best. We don't want to see, really don't want to see triangles like this. So I want to clean this up. And to do that, I'm going to show you how to do that. But then also there's some other tools under surfaces, such as the swap triangles and the edge break line and all kinds of stuff. So we need to do some of that. So the first thing that I'm going to do here, and I'm going to do this in a couple different videos. So we'll step through this and create a video for each one. The first thing that I want to do is clean up these triangles, okay? So I'm going to do that by basically unselecting that surface, and then I'm going to go to my Home tab, and I'm going to do a select by layer, and I'm going to pick my finished ground contours, okay? So you can see now they're all highlighted. The name varies. I can come in here now, again, just cleaning this up. Finished ground contours. Again, just cleaning it up, making things nice and organized. All right, so I still have them selected. I selected by layer. I have these selected. I'm going to go to the Takeoff tab, and I'm going to go to Project Cleanup. And I'm going to select Current Selection. We can uncheck these or leave them. I'm going to uncheck the join lines with small gaps. But I am going to click on this Filter Line Vertices, and I'm going to set a tolerance here of, it may be set to 0.003. I'm going to bump it up a little bit, and basically I'm going to set it to a 1/10. And what that does is any vertice that's within this a 1/10 of each other, if I got two vertices within a 1/10, it'll clean it up. So let's see what happens when I do this. Some of this may be trial and error, just to see what results we get. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. You can see it zips through, and you can see that it actually cleaned up about 654 vertices. Okay, so now when I do the build surfaces, let's see what happens to my triangles. All right, I still get this warning message. I'm gonna click OK. Now notice that I don't have as many triangles in these arcs, but I'm still getting some decent definition in those arcs. Okay, so by using that cleanup and filtering line vertices, I'm able to make this a little bit better of a surface. Now we still need to add other data, and we're going to show that next. But I wanted to show this portion of the weeding filters to clean this up to make a better surface.